Hello, welcome to the Millionaire Woman Show, where we'll be discussing leadership, business, and human potential, inspiring you to live rich from the inside out. Unlock your creativity, stretch out of your comfort zone, break through your barriers, take inspired action, and achieve epic results. Now, here's your host, two-time best-selling author, speaker, and certified executive coach, Debra Kasowski.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Millionaire Woman Show podcast. I'm super excited that you've come here to join us, and today we are talking about the power of words. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I wish I never said that? Words carry so much power. We've all been there, been in that place where after we thought about what we said, we thought, you know what, we could have said it so much differently. I know for myself, there's many times that I wish I could take things back, but once you put that decree out, you can't. But you can shift your language, shift the way you're thinking to get where you want to be, how you want to show up, and really change moving forward, because we can't change what's behind us. So today, the power of words, I want to help you focus in on the conversations that you have, the thoughts that you have in your head, so you can be empowered with the power of language. So the power of words. Joyce Meyer said, words are containers of power. You can choose what kind of power they have. So words can be good, used for good, and they can also be used for evil. So in the context that I want to share with you today, the power of words, I want you to start thinking about the words that you use. So one of the things is, I want to start with Don McGill Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements. The first one is about being impeccable with your word. And that's an agreement that you make with yourself and also with others. But when I first heard be impeccable with your word over the years, I always thought it was about how we talk about others. That we want to spread good gossip, not bad gossip. We want to empower and lift people up. But it's easy to have that water cooler conversation and get involved in another person's conversation, making judgments and assumptions, conclusions about people that may or may not be true. So one of the things I encourage people to think about is this agreement. The agreement about being impeccable with your word. It's not only speaking kindly to others or about others, it also has to do with the 6 inches here, right between our ears, about what we're saying to ourselves as well. We need to be impeccable with ourselves first and really capturing those words that we're saying and changing them to positivity. And one of the examples would be, well, I'll never achieve that. I won't do this. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. And there's this phrase, the power of yet. You may not be as good as you're hoping to in this moment, but it doesn't mean that you don't have the capacity or the capability to become the person you envision yourself to be. That yet, 3-letter word is so powerful in knowing that I may not be, if you catch yourself saying I may not be good, put in that yet, because there is room for growth, there is room for improvement. And it's not setting anything in stone. It means I'm a work in progress, which we all are. So I want you to think about the words you use. And first of all, starting to be impeccable with your word, not only to others or about others, that it is also that you're going to be speaking kindly of yourself, giving yourself some grace, and also catching it and reframing it into something positive so that you are speaking kindly to yourself. Because chances are some of the thoughts and comments that you say to yourself about yourself are not something you would say to the person closest to you, next to you, if you're in a room of people, or your best friend. So if you wouldn't say those things to another person, why would you say them about yourself? So let's start with being impeccable with our word for ourselves as well as others, and making sure the only gossip you spread is great stuff, good gossip. And sharing who you are by the power of your word. How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to others? Those are the two questions that you want to bring up for yourself. Then I also want to talk to you about the type of words you use. There are words that empower you, and then there's words that disempower you. And when I say these words, you're going to start feeling and understanding what we call the energy around the word. And people are like, oh, what do you mean by energy? Well, when you say certain words, they either uplift you or they don't, or they feel like you need to get defensive, or you feel like someone's attacking you. So let's talk about the power of our words. So the word try, and this is when you jump into the Star Wars theme and think about Yoda. Yoda said in the movies, do or do not. There is no try. So look at something in your desk, or if you're in your car and you might have a pen somewhere. I want you to try to pick something up. Try it. What happens, either you do it or you don't do it. There is no try. This word, I don't even know how it ended up in the dictionary, to be honest with you. So really thinking about that word. You're either going to do something or you don't. But think about the energy around the word try. If I tell you I'm going to try to do something, do you believe in what I'm saying? Do I speak it with conviction when I say I'm going to try to hit a slam dunk? You might think, I'll put some effort in. But we want to put a strong statement to say I'll either do it, I'll get that slam dunk, or I won't get it. But I'm going to go and do it. The results will be the outcome. You can make it many attempts, but you're not going to try. Try comes off as half effort. Then there's the word when. When is that someday that's not on your calendar. This is when I bring this up often, talking to people about their to-do list that can be as long as Santa's Christmas list of all the things that they need to do. But when they look at their calendar, what happens is there is none of the to-do list in the calendar to get done. So somebody will say, hey, are you free? And you'll look at your calendar and say, absolutely, there's nothing on the calendar. Then they go do whatever event that they're going to. They come home, they look at the list, and they say, oh, look at all the things I need to do. This is where we fall off the radar. We need to start putting the to-do list into the calendar so that when is today, is right now. When's the right time to take action? Now. So start by looking at your to-do list, blocking off time to get those things done. The other phrase is always and never. Those are the extremes. Always and never. Is that true? That things are always a certain way or never a certain way? They can be often or increased frequency for sure. But is it truly never and always? So be cautious when you use those words. They are extreme. The other one is the word can't. Can't eliminates all possibility, but it is actually a choice. Can't means I choose not to. It's not always about capability or capacity. It's whether or not you're willing to do it. So it's a choice of going ahead and moving forward. So think about the times when you say, I can't do this. Are you just choosing not to do it because it's not a priority for you? When you say, I can't get up at 5:30, is it that you can't or you're not willing to? I can't spend time painting because it's my hobby. Are you choosing not to, or where's the priority? So I want you to start thinking about when you use the word can't. The other phrases are but and you probably saw just a few seconds ago, I shifted my language. Because when we say but, what it does is it negates everything that comes after that sentence. So if I say, you know what, that was a great meal. Thank you so much. But Maybe there was too much salt. So here is the thing. Anything I said after that made the first part have no meaning. It's like, oh, yeah, you said it was good, but there is an issue. So I want you to think about when you say but. Instead, you can say and. The meal was great and it was a bit salty. But then you're not negating anything. You're not feeling like you stole the joy from the first part of the sentence. So when you're using your words, realize that how much power comes behind our words. And the other thing is paying attention to how you speak. Speak with conviction. Speak with confidence. Believe in the words that you say. Actions often speak louder than words. But when words are added in, again, they can be used for good and they can be used for evil. So please choose them wisely. As Joyce Meyer said, they are containers of power. What are you going to put in that container? The other thing is, whatever follows I am. This goes back to speaking impeccably about yourself. If you say, I am not good enough, I am not smart enough, I am not, whatever follows I am becomes your truth, becomes your perception of your reality. And I want you to empower yourself that says, I'm getting stronger every day. I'm in progress of, running 10K. I am in process of becoming a world-class leader. I want you to pay attention to the words that follow I am. I am is a decree. Putting that stake in the ground saying, this is who I am. Who are you? I want you to say, I am. And then whatever follows, you shall become. So again, you want to be choosing words that are empowering, really something that you're owning as part of who you are. And the big thing is think before you speak. And like I said earlier, often when we say things, it could be in the heat of the moment, which we often regret, and we can't take back. But we can change who we are and how we speak moving forward. And when you're speaking about yourself to others, when you're moving forward, you want to use language that is building capacity. So you want to speak as if things are already happening when you're working toward your goals. You want to speak it into existence. Often people will say to me, Deb, I thought I can do this, but I'm not so sure. When you start carrying those doubts, you're going to start little pieces of sabotage. So you want to have this anticipation and expectancy of success and speaking as if it has already happened, that it is going to be true for you. So it's like, I can't wait to take the stage and have thousands of people in front of me. I want you to think about what it is for you. I can't wait to build this house or take over this commercial property. I can envision it. I can see people running their businesses in each of the different locations and really thinking about and envisioning and speaking the words that make that a reality. There is so much power in the words. If you have words of doubt that are influencing you, they're going to change how you think about things. You're going to shift your perspective a little off course. And you're not going to feel so great because it's going to be like, oh, that doubt is just sitting there saying, you know what? I don't know if you can do this. And then your actions will match it. Whatever you believe is what you're going to see. So we need to start putting those actions and words together, making them congruent, making them in alignment, that you believe with an expectancy. You're going to speak into existence what you envision. Have that belief strong enough, not only in your actions, but in your ability to get what you want. So really paying attention to the power of your words. They can disempower you or they can empower you to achieve great things. Words are a container. What are you going to put in your container today? Thank you for coming to our podcast. I'm so grateful that you're here. Please go over to my website at www DebraKasowski.com, where you can download your free ebook of the 21 Habits High Achievers Kick to Achieve Success. And I'd love for you to go over to iTunes, give us a 5-star high five, write us a review. The more people who are writing reviews, the more people who will get to know about our podcast. It is so important, and I would love for you to just go ahead and share this podcast with as many people as you can who you feel inspired to share with, to help them realize there's so much power in their words. You can use this with your relationships, your business transactions, in your leadership, and also in parenting. Speak into existence what you expect, what you want to see. Speak and with the belief in the people who are in front of you. Amazing things will happen for you when you speak with conviction, with purpose, and be there to do good with your words. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. And my wish for you, as always, is go out and make today great.